You'll feel it guys.
Slide it in. Oh, it pulls it. It pulls it in.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. You need alarm it.
The number of props that actually had to be hand-built takes an awful lot of conceptual work. You know, sketches and illustrations and endless meetings. Little lapel pins, all the jewelry. The cryptex was an incredible piece of engineering, which was, you know, taken from Da Vinci sketches, even down to things like the armored car was completely fabricated from scratch. So many things in the film that just sort of flow by because they're completely plausible, they're completely reality-based, in fact, have been completely fabricated and designed and created.
So these are all...
This has all been handmade in England.
Really?
Yeah. It's incredible, isn't it? The first time I saw it, I was blown away by it as well. It's such a lovely detail.
That's just a beautiful thing.
It's gorgeous.
That is a beautiful thing.
Everybody who reads a book has a very different experience, and everybody who sees a movie has the same experience. And that's one of the big challenges of all these decisions that you make when you're making a movie. What does a cryptex look like? What does the key to the Swiss bank look like? What does the Swiss bank itself look like? And those decisions were made by some unbelievably talented and creative people. And when you see some of these props, you realize they took this seriously.
That's going to go on a key ring now. We're going to give her a key ring because it would have gotten away in the shot.
Very often a hero prop, as we call them, is as important as a setting or a set or a location or something like that, and it certainly can take up as much screen space because you might get very close on them. So on this particular film, Dan Brown had described some of the key props quite thoroughly. So it was our job to take what people have already imagined, having read the book, and say, okay, we need to take these objects, come up with a look for these objects, and perhaps take them, push that look a little further so that when people watch the film, they go, okay, I know what that is, but oh, it's quite cool. So the first one that I took on was the cryptex. And in the story, when they find the cryptex, it's inside the rose box. So this is the rose box as we designed it, and it is actually rose wood, and it has obviously the rose symbol in there, which Langdon discovers using his pencil and finds the clue written in Da Vinci reverse on the back of it. And this is etched in real brass, and it is the clue he discovers. And then we come to the cryptex. We wanted something, first of all, I have to say, this is heavy, which I think is marvelous, because certainly for an actor, when you hold this in your hand, it doesn't feel like a prop. This feels like an antique. It's made out of brass, and this is as marble, but this is actually plastic, and it is practical. So if we put the code in very carefully, it actually works. And inside is our message, and the vinegar's there, and the whole thing. So it's a practical piece and quite delicate. Well, actually, made out of brass, it's quite strong. Our prop makers have done a tremendous job. And this piece does not exist in history, as far as I'm aware. There is no cryptex in a book that I'm aware of that does exactly what this one does, or is described as the one in the book. So in designing it, we went back to Leonardo, and we went to his drawings, and we looked at his style, and we gleaned a sort of a way it would work. I mean, from the mechanics that would be available in his day, we wanted to make it as if it could have been made at the time, 500 years ago. And certainly, when you have a hero piece like this, we would never just do one in case it got damaged or lost. So there are several hero pieces, other ones that are more lightweight. that we can use for if you need to throw something. You know, we have one that is made in a heavy plastic, a dense plastic that won't break if it gets dropped. We use that kind of a less hero one for rehearsals and that kind of thing. This one we would always use in the close-ups. But we have, I think, 8 different ones that do different things. And next part of the puzzle that we addressed, again, a very important key piece in the story is in fact the key that is left by Saunier in the Louvre for them to progress in their journey. Of course, when they first find this, they wouldn't necessarily know what it is, but it's enough to take them on to the next stage.
This is more than a pendant. This is a key. Your grandfather left you.
He left us, Professor.
And we wanted again to come up with something that perhaps would be a little more than you would have imagined in reading the book. And once again, this is a heavy piece. And the reason it's heavy is because of the materials it's made out of. This is solid gold, this is platinum, and this is steel. And it was made for us in Hong Kong, a company called Carnet, and they came up with this. The design on it, however, we went back, we went to the books. You know, it describes that there's a fleur-de-lis on the key and this kind of thing, but we wanted to do something very special. So you have a mixture of symbolism here. The fleur-de-lis, which we designed, this is an original design for the fleur-de-lis, sitting within what is very much like a Templar cross. And then mounted onto that is this shaft, which has on different sides different etchings. And again, we made several different types of key. Once we got these, we took molds of them and made other versions that not quite so valuable. And the same company that made the key also did some other work for us, including this is the pin that Fash wears. This is the Opus Dei symbol. And Carnet made this, which again is in silver and very beautiful. These canes were specifically designed for Teabing, as he is disabled, and every part of it has been designed for there's a specific purpose and reason for it. But what was most important was that it would balance on his arm.
Whoa.
We wanted every prop to have a history and a reality about it, so that you look at it and you go, okay, I understand, I know where I'm coming from and that sort of thing. And with Langdon's notebook, we actually went back in time with this. And although he will only be, you know, writing on one page of it, we've actually given it a history. So if you were to flip through this, it would make sense. I wanted to put stuff in here that if somebody was actually going to take the time to read it, they'd go, okay. And as it happened, Dan Brown did pick it up and he did read it from cover to cover.
You flip through the notebook and you realize it's not just gibberish that they've written. I mean, they're real notes about the golden ratio or the sacred feminine. And you think, who has gone to all the trouble to create this prop that's going to be in Langdon's jacket? You may see it, you may not, but certainly you're not going to be reading the pages. They took it very, very seriously, and every single prop was very real, functional, real. Somebody had thought about it. That was startling to me. This movie's being made with a level of care unlike anything I ever imagined. It was very exciting.